In the first 2 days of Eima International, we mentioned Eima Desk several times. The time has come to go into detail about Eima Desk, and we're doing so with Mr. Lorenzo Iuliano, Federunacoma. I always present I know nothing about anything. So what is Eima Desk exactly? The classic question. Eima Desk is, first of all, a shared space, basically dedicated to safety and training. This year, together with Federacma, I got a little bit more involved in the organization, even the creative organization of the space. And I must say that it was really, really interesting, fun and stimulating. Basically, the main activity at Eima Desk is related to the training of secondary school students. There's a beautiful theater, this open area that feels like an agora that invites you to come in and share the space all together. So it's not a closed space, but a space for sharing. And it's meant to encourage even people who pass by chance to stop for a moment, to say what's happening. So I was saying basically the main activity in the morning at Eima Desk is activity with secondary school kids, and we have an activity called Agri Jobs organized with Federunacoma. And we have sponsors for this activity, Farze, New Holland, Alpego, Landini, and Lemcan, who provided gadgets for the students and licenses for the game Farming Simulator 22, so that the kids can have an educational moment where they learn about the jobs in the world of agricultural mechanics, which are many and interesting, and then they have a playful moment where we thought it could be interesting to combine something a little bit more static with something more dynamic. So they have to go on a treasure hunt inside the trade fair and inside the stands of the sponsoring companies. So if they manage to complete the treasure hunt in 1 hour, they win the gadgets and also the licenses for the game. We've already done this for 2 days, and I must say the kids are having a great time shooting around like crazy inside the fairground, and it's really fun. Well, I've been doing this for many years. I've been following the farming world 360 degrees, and I see that the guys with a game get a little bit competitive, and the notions acquired in this way tend to be retained over time. They are much more present in your mind and heart. So training and safety, we are teaching kids how to do certain things, but in safety, because in agriculture, safety is fundamental. We've been campaigning for that for years. We've already done things, but there's still a lot to be done, especially in Italy. Yes, absolutely, you're right, because unfortunately we have still a truly dramatic situation, in the sense that there are many people killed in accidents in agriculture. And at Eima Desk, we deal with this issue in very great detail. And thanks to an agreement with the region of Emilia-Romagna that has a booth at Eima Desk, we brought a real tractor that simulates a rollover, which is still the main cause of accidents. Mr. Dinardo told us that we had such an accident overturning a colleague from the press. That's it, I saw her, and she overturned with great elegance. You can see the journalists shouldn't be criticized all the time. We do nice things when it comes to tipping over. I was saying it's very important. The kids have to understand that there are nice aspects of technology, but there are dangers. When you work, you have to pay attention. These are very nice things. You've expanded the desk compared to the past editions. It's more livable. I think that's a bit the secret, but we're going to move on because we'll be back in 2 years. Yes, we'll carry on, and that, in my opinion, is a bit of a starting point, in the sense that we approach the world of secondary education with this very edition. Consider that within 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, we'll train about 1,000 kids in total from over 50 schools. But we said, guys, this is not the end of our work. We'll continue to stay close to them and try and shorten the distance between the world of industry and the world of education, as it's essential to really succeed in getting certain concepts into the minds of the kids and help them understand that operating in agriculture in a profitable, safe, and why not fun way is actually possible. A final joke. I really like the concept that it's not just boys, but girls as well. Are you kidding me? There's lots of girls. The agricultural world used to have a bit of a male imprint, but I have to say that now we're almost 50-50. The percentage of women is increasing considerably, and I see them very passionate, very curious to understand more in detail what the world is about. And I'm really happy because we finally have a little bit more equality, which I think is absolutely necessary. And above all, there is passion, there's a willingness to understand, a willingness to study all these things a little bit more in detail and give added value to everything that will be their future career. It's really beautiful. And let's not forget that girls and women have different ways of thinking. I travel to farms in the wine sector or the fruit and vegetable sector, and I have to say that where there's a woman, there's actually brought a sensitivity. Lorenzo, I'll let you go. It's going to be a very busy day today at Eima International, thanks to Eima Desk and Mr. Iuliano.